World Wildlife Fund, nearly 1.1 billion people lack access to water today. With increasing consumption and growing population, they projected that by 2025, nearly 2/3 of the world's population will face water shortages. It has even been speculated that the next world war will be due to water scarcity. Sometimes I have a hard time realizing the immensity of this issue because of the ease we have to turn on our faucets and get water. It wasn't until I took a class on contemporary and environmental issues that I realized the severity of this issue. With increasing demands on water supply and decreasing reserves, we have to begin to reuse the water we have. Each person can reduce their need for water by converting to a gray water system. The problem is that water is becoming scarce on our Earth. And even worse, this water scarcity has been mainly caused by human activities. In order to fight water scarcity and become sustainable for the future, we need to take small steps to decrease our demand for water. Using a gray water system is a simple and effective way to reduce the amount of water we use. A problem, especially in the United States, is that our water needs are exceeding our water supply. I know some of you may be confused. It seems like water is everywhere. And this is true. The Water Project organization says that 70% of our planet is covered by water. However, only 3% of the world's water is fresh water, which is the kind we use for survival. With an already limited supply, the Water Information Project stated an average American uses 176 gallons of water per day. To put this into perspective, a family that lives in Africa uses only 5 gallons per day. Humans may be the cause of water scarcity, but specifically we in the United States are a main problem. Our type of lifestyle requires too much water. In order to see a change in the future, we as Americans need to change our attitude towards water. It is not a right, it is a privilege. In addition, the Water Information Project stated that nearly 41% of the world's population lives in a water-stressed area, meaning nearly 2.7 billion people on Earth find water to be scarce. Having almost 1/2 of the world's population in a water-stressed area is an undeniable problem, a problem which we as humans have been the source of. Human activity is causing nearly all of the water scarcity today, specifically because of 4 main reasons: pollution, climate change, growing population, and agriculture. One of the main causes for water scarcity is pollution. As stated earlier, only 3% of Earth's water is fresh water that we are able to use. Of this limited amount, humans continue to pollute rivers and lakes, making them unavailable. According to Professor Eric Tate, over 70% of our bodies of water are already polluted. This not only hurts the human population, but also the ecosystem and the animals who depend on this water for survival. Humans are also causing water scarcity by climate change. As humans continue to burn fossil fuels and add carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, it changes the temperature and patterns of weather. As temperatures continue to rise, we see an increase in droughts, and we are already seeing this impact in California. Another human cause for water scarcity is the growing population. The World Wildlife Organization stated in the last 50 years that our population has more than doubled and is only expected to increase. As the population continues to grow, the added people will demand more water, increasing our water stress. A final human cause to water scarcity is agriculture. According to the Water Information Project, agriculture uses 70% of the world's fresh water, which is higher than any other category. Also, as the population continues to grow, we will need more agriculture, which again means higher demands on water. Our human activities have a huge impact on water scarcity. However, although most water scarcity is due to humans, we as humans can also be the solution. To begin to counter the large and growing issue of water scarcity, we need to reduce and reuse the water we are given. A simple and effective way to reuse the water is a gray water system. Gray water is water from showers, bathtubs, laundry, or sinks in our homes. This water has been lightly used and is essentially clean except for some soap or other small particles. Using a gray water system, this water can be reused to water our lawns or flush our toilets. The basis of this system is transforming wastewater into a renewed resource. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency says that a standard toilet uses 1.6 gallons per flush. Just by using gray water to flush our toilets, think about the amount of water you could potentially save. Gray water is a great way for homes to reduce their water use, but it can also be used commercially. One example is from Paul Mitchell's Salem High School in Costa Mesa. They began reusing their laundry water to flush their toilets, and they saved nearly 400,000 gallons of water that year. Not only is gray water helping the water scarcity issue, but it can also cut down on your water bill. A win-win situation. Using gray water is an effective way to reuse and cut down on our extensive need for this valuable resource. As freshwater reserves decline and our demand for water increases, we are slowly reaching a point where little usable water is left. In order to obtain a sustainable future, we need to begin reducing our need for water and reusing the water we have. The problem is we are using water at a higher rate than it is being replenished. Many areas of the world are already having water shortages, and this number is expected to rise. The cause for water scarcity is due to human activities like pollution, climate change, growing population, and agriculture. All of these issues combined have led to a decrease in usable water. The solution for this problem is using a gray water system. Putting in a gray water system is an easy way to reuse the water we view as waste and transform it into a renewed resource. Using gray water will save you money and save numerous gallons of this limited resource. Water is essential for all life, and it is vital for the well-being of future generations that we begin to conserve and reuse.